What's going on, everyone? I'm Scylol, and today we'll be talking about underwater combat. When ArenaNet first introduced us to the underwater world of Guild Wars 2, there were so many different things to digest. I could not believe all of the aspects ArenaNet put into underwater combat, and how a player's underwater experience is one of the things that they will never forget for all of the right reasons. In the words of ArenaNet, we don't think breathing is fun. Well, that was a bit blunt, but basically this boils down to not having to worry about a breath bar while you're swimming underwater. Guild Wars 2 will have a large amount of underwater content, so when you dive beneath the surface, a breathing apparatus latches onto your face, kind of like in the Alien movies. When a player loses all of their health, they go into the drowned state. This is similar to the down state on land, but has a quirk to it. Like the down state, if you kill an enemy or an ally revives you, you will rally. A player can also swim to the surface and they will stop drowning and start gaining their health. A player entering water can choose two things: swim above the surface or dive down. Swimming above the surface is usually performed because you want to get to an area on the other side of a body of water. When a player swims above the surface, they can't fight, so if a mob aggroes you, you'll have to dive under. Diving under is simple: tilt your camera and keep moving forward. When you dive underwater, your underwater weapon and skills will be automatically equipped. Going underwater for the first time will be exciting for everyone, but also a learning experience. Every skill on your bar will be changed, and you're going to have to learn what they do. There are 3 different underwater weapons, including the spear, the trident, and the harpoon gun. The spear is a close quarters melee weapon and is used by the warrior, the necromancer, the ranger, the thief, the mesmer, and the guardian. The trident is a long-range magical weapon and is used by the necromancer, the guardian, the mesmer, and the elementalist. The harpoon gun is a long-range mechanical weapon and is used by the engineer, the warrior, the ranger, and the thief. Your 6 through 10 skills will also change as well, but they will be equivalent to what they do on land. Something like the elementalist ability, which summons hands from the ground and immobilizes enemies, wouldn't make sense underwater. Underwater won't feel like a secondary zone in Guild Wars 2. In addition to a wide variety of dynamic events, most dungeons have underwater content, and your personal story will also occasionally take you under the sea. Clearly, underwater was not an afterthought for ArenaNet. Fighting underwater in MMOs that I have played has sometimes been enjoyable, but a mess at the same time. Some things just didn't work. In Guild Wars 2, area of effect skills can be used to hit foes on top of another. You can use skills to force enemies up to the surface, or drag them down to the ocean floor. ArenaNet went above and beyond with underwater combat, and we wouldn't expect anything less from them. I really like that most of the dungeons have underwater content, and that your personal story might take you beneath the sea. I can't wait to see the fights that ArenaNet brewed up for the underwater bosses. It's going to be very exciting. Another possibility that is being discussed is underwater in PvP. Having an underwater area in World vs. World would be fun, but I am one that wouldn't be for having it in the competitive PvP scene. Oh, and for that one guy who keeps asking about the rare spawns, here's what we got. There might be rare dynamic events in the game, which wouldn't reset as fast as other dynamic events. There has been a giant boar and a giant spider seen in the starting area for humans, but that doesn't guarantee that they are rare spawns. Within dynamic events are mobs that are stronger than all others. This could be a case of a rare spawn, or could simply mean that the monsters get stronger as the events unfold, or becoming more difficult because it is scaling up. I hope this helps. I understand that there wasn't a straight answer given. That's all for this week, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and to check out our Facebook and Twitter pages. I'll see y'all next week.